On this special episode of Music Detectives, we have a little more information to cover here in 1960. Jukebox technology was improving, and Conway is on the front line for a new promotion. Plus, Conway becomes a calendar boy, so let's get right to it.
Now it's time for a Music Detectives detailed inspection.
Seeburg Corporation would be founded by Justus Seeburg, a Swedish immigrant, in 1907 as a maker of automatic pianos. In 1927, the company would be reorganized to make new coin-operated phonographs. Justus would turn over the Chicago company to his son in the late 30s. Noel would retool the company to better compete with other manufacturers. Seeburg would make jukebox history in 1949 when it engineered a machine capable of playing both sides of the record, which made way for the first 100 select jukebox. The industry would start using stereo 45s in the late 50s. You can see one of Conway's special stereo records at the top of this advertisement. Stereo was a big deal back in the late 50s. Seeburg engineers had to come up with a way to present stereo sound in bars and restaurants. And when they figured it out, every place had to advertise they had one. Don't just come for the food or drinks, come for great stereo music. Then, in 1959, Seeburg would introduce the Model Q series. Now, the Q100 and Q160 would be capable of playing 7-inch stereo 33 1/3 RPM records, along with stereo 45s. And with the new models came a new promotion, Seeburg's Artist of the Week. And one of the first to be selected with this honor was Conway Twitty, beating the likes of Frank Sinatra and the Kingston Trio. Now, while Conway was in New York, he stopped at Atlantic New York Corporation and took this photo with the head of Atlantic, Mayor Parkoff. MGM would package 5 stereo 7-inch 33s that came with an album cover and jukebox strips especially for the Seeburg. MGM catalog numbers would be SB1 through SB5, SB for Seeburg. Despite coming with Conway Twitty Sings album art, only one song, Hallelujah, I Love You So, is from the album. Okay, at least the jukebox tags tell you what albums each song is on, except 3. Platinum High School and Foggy River would make it onto the Conway Twitty Touch album in late 1961, and Tell Me One More Time didn't make it onto any album. Now, looking a little closer at SB1, Side 1 is Restless from the Saturday Night album in 1959, and Side 2 is Just Because from Lonely Blue Boy in 1960. 2 okay songs, nothing special. SB2 had Beachcomber from Saturday Night on one side and Trouble in Mind from Lonely Blue Boy on the other. Another couple of fillers. Now, taking a peek at SB5, we have Eternal Tears from Lonely Blue Boy and Tell Me One More Time, again, not on any album. I guess marketing never heard of an impulse buy at this point. You hear this song play and want to buy it. Then you can't find it on any album. Bad, bad, bad. Hell. Looking at the entire 10-song selection, there aren't even any hits.
Seriously? Not one charting song?
Dude had 2 handfuls that made the top 100 up to this point. They couldn't even pick one for inclusion on this set. They were releasing a greatest hits album. How could they not think that it could have helped with sales? Jeez. Okay, MGM Records marketing sucked. It just sucked. Moving on. The next MGM artist would be Connie Francis, and her catalog numbers would start with SB6 and so on. Most record companies started to release 33 stereo singles alongside the 45s in the hope that eventually one speed would become the victor. And as we know today, the 45 stayed the single standard, and the 33 would stay the album standard. There would never be one speed to rule them all. In October of 1960, DPC, or Discmakers Production Company, created a celebrity calendar that included Conway. As a bonus bit, let's take a quick look at this calendar. Now, if you want to slowly page through it and read every word, I'll have a link in the description so you can read it at your leisure. You had to fork over the big bucks for this one, $1 whole. In today's money, That would be about $8.79. Actually, not bad. We got the 12 featured artists listed with colorful designs and various fonts. And looking down at the bottom of this cover page, you can see this calendar had 110 wallet-sized picks. So after the year was over, or after every month was over, you could cut up the page and carry the photos around. Lucky for me, the previous owner did no such thing. And we get to see it as it was when you would have bought it. January, we have Bobby Darin. You can see in the calendar, they have those additional artist fillings in some of the squares. But then they have some yellow text squares that give you the facts about the featured artist of the month. February is Brian Hyland. March is Jimmy Clayton. April is Bobby Rydell. And finally, May is Conway Twitty. If we look at the block for the 13th of May, we see it states, this picture of Conway Twitty is brand new. It has never been printed anywhere else. Looking at the picture, haven't seen this much. It certainly is different. Not sure what is going on in the background. Some blurred light effect or glitter wall. Haven't seen the shirt either. Doesn't appear to have buttons. Maybe a zipper? And the color? Orange? If anyone knows anything more about this picture, please let me know in the comments below. Moving along, Frankie Avalon is June. Fabian is July. Freddie Cannon is August. There's 3 F's in a row. This calendar wouldn't have passed high school. Dwayne Eddy is September. This is Conway's birth month. His birthday is February 1st, which is populated by Fats Domino. But they do have Conway here on the 11th. Now, Fats was born in February, so there's no connection to the dates and their birthdays. But they got awful close with this one. If only they would have swapped Fats and Conway. October is Kelly Troy. November is Neil Sedaka. And finally, Dick Clark is December. We have a paragraph about the Salvation Army and no photos of other artists. In fact, the calendar is smaller to make room for the Salvation Army text. And if we flip this over quick, you can see there was a special mail-in offer on the back. Furthermore, you could write in 12 names for the artist you wanted to see on the 1962 calendar. Sweet. Again, check out the description below for the link to this calendar. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit that like button below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next episode.